Did you ever think that you would be delivering a Labor-like budget?
Well, this is a Liberal budget. This is a budget that delivers for families with lower taxes, with increased support through childcare, a budget that delivers for small businesses to back them doing what they do best, to innovate, to hire and to grow with tax incentives. This is a budget that leads to stronger regions with significant support around infrastructure, transport and water infrastructure and better telecommunications connectivity. This is a budget that delivers for retirees. This is a budget that delivers for those who want to get into the housing market. These are fundamental values of coalition philosophy, Liberal and National Party values. And of course, this budget delivers more jobs. It's the Morrison government's economic plan to create 250,000 new jobs and to drive that unemployment rate lower from the 5.6% it is today.
Is all that spending masking cuts to come, though, Treasurer?
Well, the increased spending that you've seen, some of it is temporary, like the low and middle income tax offset, like the incentives for business, like some of the infrastructure programs. There is additional new spending, though, that is longer term around aged care, around disability support and mental health. They're key priorities for the Australian community. They're key priorities for the Morrison government, and that's why you've seen us respond so strongly to the Royal Commission into aged care, to the Productivity Commission into mental health, and of course we're fully committed to a fully funded National Disability Insurance Scheme.
Yeah, but all that structural spending, that's going to have long-term effects, so who's going to pay for that?
Well, what you see in last night's budget is that net debt as a proportion of the size of the economy of GDP compared to what we forecast in last year's budget last October comes down each and every year, and that the deficits actually come down by 2/3 over the forward estimates over the next 4 years. And so we have actually seen our economic position improve since last year's budget in October. And that's particularly off the back of a stronger labour market with more people in work, because when more people are in work, you see higher tax receipts from their income tax and you see lower welfare payments. And let's not forget, Pete, that going into this pandemic, we balanced the budget for the first time in 11 years, and we did that by getting welfare dependency down to a 30-year low. We're going to need to do that again, but we have gone through the biggest economic shock since the Great Depression, and that's why we responded with such unprecedented support.
Will you rule out tax cuts, though, beyond the next election if you win?
Well, we've already legislated significant tax cuts. There's stage 3 that come in from 24-25, and that's a real reform.